is up, everybody? The accurate Zach is back, bringing you a new game for the indie binge. You are looking at Graveknight. This game is developed by Dreamlight Games, and I'm excited. I'm excited to play some Graveknight. I came across this project upon Twitter, and was immediately interested upon seeing what is contained within, and here we have your typical D&D statistics. Attributes. What class will I be? Well, I will be a wizard. I did choose wizard. I can cast 4 spells: hydraulic push, magic missiles, and charm person, and invisibility. I'm down in the corner now, so you can see the attributes. You got, of course, your strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Each spell can only be cast once during the adventure. You can identify magic freely. Ooh. You start with a staff and healing potion. Lovely. 1 luck point. Spend lucky points to reroll. You will receive more points to roll again throughout the story. Use wisely. Am I sure? Yeah, let's do it. What? I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard, Harry. Tyrannian. 677 years after the year of the Cataclysm. A kingdom south of the peninsula of the Free Kingdoms from the ancient Adarko Empire. Ruins of its fortifications can still be... Well, oh, damn it. I went forward instead of down. What a dumbass! Let me start over. I want to read the whole fucking thing. Ruins of its fortifications can still be seen from the hills. Walls in the force torn down by the wrath of the gods. The gods. Today, civilization flourishes under these ruins of forgotten times, where the gods struggled for space in immaterial kingdoms. Immaterial. New beliefs have emerged, but the faith in the Nine is the most established among the known kingdoms on Earth. However, although divine conflicts have partly been established, terrestrial ones will always be destined for eternity. Let's see what we got. It's a cute scene. All of the death. Humans forcibly spread their ambition around the world, usurping the territory left by elves and dwarves, who were sheltered by their gods from the destruction centuries ago. Orcs, who have never left the shadows before, took advantage of the great retreat of those races to also take their place. There are still those who worship the fallen gods, those who were cast into the underworld known as the Abyss Lords. That's intriguing. Its corrupting influence still tortures many who... Dad damn it, I did it again! It's okay. Even kings fell secretly to the charm of these devilish monarchs in exchange for power. Gotta pay attention to the arrows, Zach. There was one scrolling down. You, young adventurer, still a rookie in your techniques, seek fame and, of course, gold. You left your home a month ago, starting with small patrol jobs, escorting and searching for precious items in the ruins of ancient kingdoms. Yes. So far, fame has not come, yet gold is so little that you can barely buy a good stew to eat. You already doubt your dream of becoming a folk hero. Would the mercenary's path be the best option? Perhaps. After days of traveling on a road known to pass through the goblin territories, you arrive in Tyrannian, at least until its border. Fleabag Town. It's nice. The sun sets on the gray Tyrannian horizon. In the distance, a rain is coming. You walk through the alley of Fleabag Down, a village a few miles from the royal castle of the Argus. I've scrolled too quickly. What is going on with the scroller? I have ruined everything. For you, 10 gold coins would be more than enough to survive for a month, or even longer if you save. All you would need is to find this kid, or maybe his body floating in the river. Alright, I'm going on a rescue mission. That's what I'm doing. Okay. The Rat's Paw Tavern. Now you just have to find Vivian. I will find Vivian. The tavern looks empty, with the exception of a dwarf arguing with a drunk guard. The atmosphere seems calm for the time. Ahead, in the counter, the tavern symbol carved in wood, a rat's paw. A woman with reddish curly hair follows you with an apprehensive look. Maybe she is Vivian. Or perhaps she's not. One ale, please. A piece of copper? You nod your head. The woman pulls out a mug and bottle. Without ceremony, she begins to fill your mug with ale, while you give her a copper coin, taken from your pocket. I see that you're not from here. You came because of this sign that I left on notice board, I suppose. Vivian sounds very pretty, doesn't she? Is your name Vivian? Oh, I'm Vivian. My grandfather is the owner of the tavern. My brother Donathan disappeared 2 days ago. I offer 10 gold to anyone who finds out where he is. I came for the reward. The woman lowers her head with a breath, takes your mug, and wipes it slowly. Donathan is a young boy with dreams bigger than he could ever achieve, and always wanted to be an adventurer. He met a group of young adventurers who were passing through Fleabag. Damn it, I scrolled again. They were looking for the Forgotten's tomb. My brother had sneaked into the catacomb a few days and proudly joined the group. Now, where is this Forgotten tomb? It's northern to the tavern, after Old Bam's orchard. Children usually enter without any danger of disturbing the dead. The catacomb was built a few decades ago for soldiers killed in the Swamp War, who were never claimed by the families. They did not want to anger the goddess of death by leaving hundreds dead in the battlefield. Now, can you tell me, what was this group of adventurers like? They were discreet and had a friendly appearance. 2 men and an elf. The elf was called Lilith and seemed to have magical powers. Ooh, I don't know if I want to deal with that. She spoke to me when I asked what they were looking for in the catacomb. All they wanted was to return something to one of the tombs. Now, about that reward. Don't worry. I already booked the promised amount in the sign. 10 gold coins in exchange of a true news of my brother. Cast charm person? I think we could improve that proposal. Charisma test. I might have to charm one of the bandits. And it says I can only use each spell once per adventure. Let me hang on to that charm, just in case I need to charm the elf. I'm not greedy. I will do my best to help you. I can't be greedy, you know, I have no fame. I'm just trying to build my portfolio here, more than anything. Like, the 10 gold coins, it's great. I can eat, but that reputation build is what's important. Your pendant, please, to seal the deal. Yes, it is the way to seal the deal in the region with wandering adventurers. The contractor keeps the pendant, the personal symbol, until the adventurer returns from his search. What if I die? You take your pendant and give her a silver dice, a gift that your brother gave you a long time ago. She guards it with a glimmer of hope. I'll have a brother. Here's a potential idea. Instead of making it like a stock your brother, maybe give the player a choice at the character creation screen that you can just type in who that pendant is from. That way it makes it a little more personal for the player. Maybe a little bit easier to lose yourself in the character, so to speak. Role-playing. Immersion. Just a thought. Just a thought. You take one last sip and get up towards the tavern exit. This is a pretty background. I'm such a sucker for cool colors like the purples and blues and the greens. The night falls. The few peasants on the streets return to their homes, leaving the space for darkness, which takes over the fields of Fleabag Town. I'm guessing that is a placeholder and that Fleabag Town will have a name, but who's to say? Either way is fine. You finally reach the... I forgot the narrator's voice. What am I doing? You finally I can't do him anymore. He's gone. The narrator left. We have a new narrator. He's southern. You finally reach the entrance to the catacombs. 2 imposing statues clash with the fragile figure that accompanies them. An old man with a shovel in his hand is watching you, as if nothing is more interesting to him at the moment. Ignore the old man and enter the catacombs. Did you happen to see a group of adventurers enter? This guy could be a spy. I should ignore him. No, let me interact with God. But what if it's a trap? What if he's a spy? And by telling him that I'm looking for the catacombs, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore him and no, God. Okay, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna say he's gonna approach me anyway. Hey, that old guy's approaching you. He waves in your direction. I'm sorry, they never taught me that word. We got a new narrator again. He waves in your direction frenetically, as if he wanted to warn you of something. He finally comes towards you and begins to speak in a calm tone.
2 days ago, 4 came in, a boy, an elf, and 2 thugs. None of them returned. Whoever you're looking for is now in the hands of the Grim Reaper. Avoid going beyond the Morrow's memorial in the common tombs. The dead have been there for many years and don't want to be disturbed.
The elderly man takes one last sniff before leaving you with the silent statues of soldiers guarding the catacombs. Whee! You descend the staircase in the darkness while lighting a torch, your greatest ally at this moment. Soon, you arrive at the entrance portal with a religious symbol of the goddess of the valleys of the dead, the Grim Reaper, that's a mouthful, and the goddess of mercy, Lydian. Besides the portal, there is only one path that follows a wide corridor full of closed sarcophagi, side by side. You light the torches and go slowly. The corridor ends at the hall entrance. On the stone, you see the carved message, "To the forgotten war heroes, our prayers." Upon entering the hall, a heavy air announces the macabre carnage inside. 2 fallen bodies, one cut in half and the other leaning against one of the catacombs columns. Oh dear. Ooh. Those guys aren't doing so hot. Blood everywhere, and the smell of death had been stagnating for a few days. In the background, an open sarcophagus, and on the right, a knocked gate to another corridor. A knocked gate, so it's knocked down. Investigate the room or the bodies? Can I do both? I'd like doing both, seems fair. Let's go ahead and check out the bodies. Maybe we can ascertain on what did the rending, what came out of the sarcophagus. Investigate body broken in half, investigate body in the stone pillar. Let's do the broken in half one. A blonde man in his 30s. Lies with his face falling onto his left shoulder, completely unrecognizable. His heavy armor was not enough to protect him from a fatal blow that broke his belly. Following a grotesque trail of blood and viscera, his eyes find the legs of the dying warrior separating from his bodies a few meters away. Analyze better? Let's try that. I mean, I am a wizard. I'm a wizard. Target number 6. I can beat that. Come on. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm gonna get a 5. I got a 5. Oh my god. No, screw it. You don't know how long the body is, but the narrator's upset, so he's reading flatly. From the smell, it seems to have been there for a few days. Let's try the room. Maybe I'm smart enough to check in every corner. A sinister battle took place in here. The dried blood absorbed by each stone in this room witnessed the terrible fate of these 2 adventurers. There is still fire in the torches next to the open sarcophagus, so they had time to light it up before opening it. Whoever killed these 2 came from this open sarcophagus. Yeah, I kind of figured that one. Investigate traces. Okay, let's do an intelligence test. The lid, which has been completely removed, rests on the bloody floor of the room. In it, a long sword carved with the symbol of Gallus, the god of justice. But I swear I hit the down arrow, man. Oh, don't give me another 5. That's an 8. Thank you. That's a win. That is a win for me. Thank you. 1 for 2. Certainly, a worshipper of Gallus. This is the symbol of the sentinel god, the owl. To have a sarcophagus of this size and a dedicatory okay, like this man or woman was a champion of Gallus, a paladin perhaps. Something else catches your attention, carved in the region where the heart of the dead was supposed to be. All my devotion and love to my beloved Awen and to Gallus. Okay, let's check out these traces now. Wisdom test. I gotta get a 7. That's a 2! Great. Wait, what? Oh, it's a 7. Oh, I thought it was a 2. I I take back my anger. I take it back. Something came out of the sarcophagus. It hit the blonde man, first cutting him in half. Then it advanced with a piercing blow to the archer.
2 other tracks lead to this fallen gate. Apparently the sinister creature was pursuing these 2. They appear to be light, possibly Donathan and the elf Lilith. One of them still bleeds. It is possible to follow the trail. Follow the trail. Let's follow it. A mantle of shadows covers the corridor. You light your torch, again illuminating the path, but not eliminating the devastating silence of this catacomb. Ooh. I like when they play with the auditory aspect of it. Sometimes the auditory is more disturbing and scary than what is placed visually in front of you. And I just, when they mess with the auditory, it's like this deafening silence. Like that gets the blood pumping. Here lies the tomb of thousands of noble warriors who fought in 100 Years' War.
Something this way comes.
The blood trail guides you through narrow corridors. The skeletons witnessed a hasty escape through the interior of the catacomb until the pursuer reached his prey. A fight seems to have seriously wounded someone, spreading bones across the ground and destroying a stone wall further ahead. It continues through the debris of the fallen wall. A few meters from there, you can see a locked gate. The elf seems to have forced a shortcut, but how? Before you can analyze the trail better, a sound catches your attention. That sound echoes in the catacomb's deadly silence. Something is crawling across the ground. Ah! Oh! Eee!
It's just a skeleton. A skeleton crawls towards you. While it builds itself, completely attracting to other bones to the ground, it has a scimitar in each hand. Cast a spell. What magic? Attack with a spell. Let's hydraulic push this guy. Boom! You stretch your arm towards the heroic narrator's back. You stretch your arm towards the undead who rushes towards you with the scimitar wielded. You speak the magic words and I fucked it up again! I'm so sorry, I keep You keep pushing until the wall is destroyed, making to... Okay, so I'm probably pushing him into the wall with my water. It's silence dominates again. You destroyed the creature, but now without your torch, which has gone out in the midst of combat. You seem lost in horror. Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You breathe for a few seconds until you can finally hear a moan, weak and feminine, coming from the open passage. The elf! The sound is enough to get you oriented. The structure seems to stop being carved stone, to give way to a cave. You follow until finally the darkness loses space for a silvery light coming from above. The moon illuminates this area in the cave through an opening in the ceiling. Unreachable. At the top, another dimly lit opening could be somewhat climbable, leading to the upper part of the cave and perhaps the surface. A new mode. You finally see among the rubble, which seems to have collapsed recently, an elf. Her bloody, dying body seems to be in its last minutes. How long was she here for death? That's terrible. The eyes of the elf open, weakened. She is frightened by her presence and spits a little more blood. You notice her left arm caught between its stones. Oh, I'm so sorry. The woman spits blood again and adjusts herself with much pain. Her blood-soaked black hair partially covers her face. Oh, this poor elf. Now she looks pretty safe in this picture. If you are some kind of bandit, I assure you that I still have 1 or 2 spells to knock you down before you die. Probably be before I die. I'm not a bandit. I assure you. You need help. Let me help you. The elf calms down, relaxing the posture on the stone. A new cough with blood breaks the silence again. She is in rough shape. I'm very weak, but Donathan is safe. I hope so. The creature that you have awakened, where is it? The elf looks at the rock which crushes her arm. I knocked the creature down, but it cost me a lot of blood. However, she coughs again. The creature is not an ordinary undead. Its name is Martinham. Martinham, huh? A former paladin of the Chapel of Gallus who died 150 years ago in the Swamp War. He rose up as Graveknight and slaughtered my entire group. Can you tell me, what is a Graveknight? Indestructible vengeance. Ew. A creature of bitterness and almost indestructible vengeance. In his mind, there is only one goal, and when that goal is achieved, the soul of the doomed creature will finally be free. So is murdering people his mission? From what I have seen, this one does not have a curse on it like a common Graveknight. It was the sword that we brought, and that is now with the boy. Yeah, if he's almost indestructible, how did she knock him down? A Graveknight cannot be defeated without a proper ritual and perhaps a sacred weapon. All I did was hold him. He's been under this rubble for one day, and I'm stuck in it. Oh god, he's right next to me. She tries to force her arm out of the huge stone that holds her, but feels a strong pain. Her scream echoed through the cave. Oh god. After the scream, an unexpected bump, some stones rolled on the ground, something moved under the huge boulders. You need to go now, oh god. What kind of ritual? I can do it. The ritual that frees the knight's soul from its revenge. Something was done to him so that he would become this creature. He will kill everyone who stands in his way until his final destination. As far as I know, Martinam was a loyal paladin of the Argus Ars. Who's? Something happened to him. Maybe you'll find answers with the scholars. Garudi, he can help you. You will not die. Not today. I won't last long. Get out of here. Find the answers with Garudi. He can help you with the ritual. You need a healing potion so that she has the strength to escape. The boy could already be dead. He could be fine. I have a healing potion that can help you. You take the healing potion out of your pocket, placing its container in the mouth of the wounded elf. Despite the initial resistance, it drinks until the end. Wounds in her chest heal, and she looks better. You hold the rock that is holding her on the ground, and with her help, you can lift it up. However, your efforts are interrupted by a strong fucking... Okay, see, I know I clicked on the scroll arrow, but it moved it forward. Can we make that clicking area like a little tinier? I don't know, please. I don't want to keep skipping dialogue. A skeletal head rises with eyes that emanate a red light like two luminous rubies. It looks in your direction. Its presence is completely terrifying. While you draw your sword, Lelouth gets the strength to start a conjuration. The air gets so cold that you need to protect yourself. From the floor of the cave, a wall of crystalline and acid rice ice rises. Acid rice ices. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, he's a tough-looking fella, isn't he? That won't keep him for long. We need to get out of here now. Confront the creature, my ass. We'll come back to this, man. I don't have the proper stuff. I need to talk to Garudi to get the power to kill this guy. I'm being smart here. Climb the wall and run away with Lelouth, yes. Run towards them. Strong knock makes the wall of ice tremble. Once, twice, 3 times. A bang! It looks like the wall has been destroyed. However, it was enough for you to get up to the wall, to the upper cave tunnel. The knight comes out of the cold fog and his red eyes shoot towards you. Let's go! We need to get out of here and find the boy! You rush into the tunnel in the middle of darkness. The silvery light of the moon at the end of the tunnel shine your destiny. Behind roars in the language of the dead, and the sound of metal crashing onto the rock, which gets further and further away. They don't seem to give up to find you again so soon. They don't seem to give up to find you again soon. A little bit of a spelling error there. No worries. You receive a reroll point. Do I? Do I? That's good. That's a good thing. I have 2 now. Thank you. You saved me. I did what should be done. She nods, taking a deep breath again. Hey, shut up. You calm down. She nods, taking a deep breath again, and walks once more in a hurry. Jonathan went to Tyrannian or returned to the village. Nevertheless, I don't trust these woods. Sinister creatures populate this place. A smell seems to become stronger and stronger as you walk. The smell of something being roasted. Not far from there, the sound of a drum and shrill voices in a song grouped with the dancing light of the flames of a huge bonfire. Damn it! Goblins in the forest! You slowly approach a rustic camp. Palisades protect the place with bones of dead animals and humans impaled on wooden logs. In the center of a huge bonfire with an enormous roast deer hanging from a stick, about 20 goblins dancing, singing, and eating around its hunt. I don't want to mess with those goblins, mate. I don't. There's 20 of them. I can't talk to them.
Let's hunt! Let's roast! Long legs in the pot! Let's cook!
Something else catches your attention. A cage at the end of the palisade. palisade. Inside, a boy with brown hair dressed in a leather corset seems to be waiting for his destiny at the bonfire. There's a lot of destiny talk in this game. We need to do something. Try another way. I'm not fighting 20 goblins. I have invisibility. Diplomacy with the goblins. No. Invisibility. You cast invisibility and Luluth does this. She's got it too? Rescuing her is a good idea. She's kind of a badass. Without being noticed, you can get past the guards by sneaking the key that is attached to their waist. These goblins are pretty dumb. Your spell falls apart at the very moment you open the Donathan cage. Of course it would. He gets up, a little scared. That's fair, we're not invisible anymore. You walk slowly behind the guards without being noticed. The boy seems to know exactly how to walk without attracting attention. Is the boy a hunter, perhaps? Meanwhile, the goblins sing and dance around the fire.
Yay! Woo! Let's hunt! Let's roast! Long legs in the pot! Let's cook!
He's got a little scar. Look at his little hair. Look at your little hair. What's up, Luluth? You're alive and whatever?
Yes, they helped me. Come on. The goblins are coming back.
Donathan walks slowly to the plunder of the goblins. Picks up a small bag and an adorned short sword. There should be an, not a. An adorned short sword? At this moment, there's complete silence. The growling person stops. It seems that the green creature sensed something in the air. Hopefully it's that big Gallus worshipper guy. He just comes in and just kicks the goblin's ass. Hey, is that any of your magic, Luluth, bro?
No, something much worse.
It's the guy. He's gonna slaughter some goblins. Oh no. A terrifying neigh cuts through the cold air in the woods. A bang. Pieces of wood everywhere. And goblins running and screaming desperately, leaving the feast and the party behind. Oh god, what is this? It is him. He's back. He's kicking some goblin ass. An eerie fog slowly approaches. From inside it comes a skeletal rider with radiant eyes and silver armor, mounted on an undead black horse with red eyes. A nightmare. The Graveknight looks in your direction. This is so bad. I'm so fucked. He's got 2 spears. Dude, this guy's armor, though. Oh, my God.
Death to Argus. No, he's back, bro. We gotta go. Let's go. We need to get away, bro.
Draw your weapon and face the Graveknight? Are you shitting me? I'm running. You take advantage of the panic generated by the 4 goblins and cross the palisade. You run into the forest together with other terrified goblins. What's up, guys? What's going on? Help! Help! A new neigh makes some goblins scream in terror. Others fall to the ground desperate for mercy, but are mercilessly ran over by the maculated knight. Maculated. Mercilessly ran over. The sound of galloping is getting closer and closer. I'm so fucked. The woods get denser. On the way, there's a huge fallen log. It'd be a good place to hide.
Bro, we need to hide.
It can find us. The river. We're close. We need to keep running. Keep running to the... I don't have very good constitution. I'm a wizard. What are my stats? Can I look at my stats? Constitution. It's better than I thought. Alright, I have 2 rerolls. We're gonna do. As you keep running, the gallops are getting closer and closer. You see the river ahead. The Graveknight is a few meters away from you. You will have to jump into the water. He will reach you. I need a 10! Bro, give me a... Is it a 16 or a 19? It doesn't matter. As long as it's one of those 2 numbers, I got it. It's a 6! What? Oh, because it's a line. It's not a 1. It's a line. Yes. I'm re-rolling. Is that a fucking 6 again, or is that 16? Don't tease me, game. That's gotta be a 16. Yes! Haha! Re-roll point. Success. Worth it. You finally glimpse the river before the rider arrives. Without hesitate, there was some hesitation, actually, because I failed one. You all jump into the middle of the current waters. The world spins around you. Water, stones, and foam. The low sound of the current mixes with a new neigh. Neigh! From afar, you can still see the Graveknight on the shore standing still. Once again, it won't be the last time you see him. Well, duh. That's going to be a problem. I know it's not the end. It's the end of the demo. It's not the end of the story, but it is the end of the demo. Wishlist for news on release. It's on Steam. I've already wishlisted it, personally. It's there. It's waiting. I am waiting for the release. And here, we're back to the main menu. That was a good time. A very good time. I really hope there are multiplayer capabilities. And if they're not going to be released with the game, hopefully the game will do well enough to inspire the developers, the lovely, lovely developers, to add a multiplayer aspect to it. Because this would be good fun. And it splits up the reading. I mean, obviously, a lot of people who are playing it probably won't be reading it out loud to themselves, but I have to do that, and I enjoy dramatic reading. This is a Dungeons & Dragons adventure, essentially, and there's a groundwork here for a very interesting story. I like this Graveknight character. I want to learn more about them. I hope there are multiple Graveknights in the world. That would be lovely. The backgrounds are very tasteful and pretty. The goblins are funny looking, which they have to be. That's a rule in Dungeons & Dragons. I do like that you get rerolls occasionally and you can earn them by being successful at things. That's a solid mechanic. It makes me feel safe and save my ass from the Graveknight at the end there. I like the characters that they've integrated so far. I'm a big fan of my elf friend. She is a total badass. So, I think there's so much potential here, and you know, I think there's so much potential here that's impossible to deny. So it's just a question of, do our choices always continue to matter? Are they structured in a way that makes sense, in a way that engages the player, that we have stakes for each decision? That, you know, those decisions that make you go, oh God, I don't know what to pick. Those are the best. Those are very, very fun. I mean, obviously, it can be a few different characters which will change up the decisions that you make in each instance. So there's a lot of flexibility in these types of games, and that's what makes them great. A big thank you to the devs, the developers. Your hard work does not go unappreciated. Keep going. Keep enjoying what you're doing. Get better. Learn. Mold yourself into the perfect developer. Now, just keep having fun. Keep making a great game, and let me know anytime there's an update. I want to keep playing this game. I want to continue to make content for this game. And you can bet your asses, your collective asses, that when this is released and updated, I will definitely be adding it to my library. So, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. This is, of course, the part of the video where I might tell you who to like and who to subscribe to, but I'm not in the business of telling people what to do. However, if you found your time with me valuable today, please do throw me a like, subscription, and follow me on Twitter. Please do all of those things, as it helps me beat the game that is YouTube. All that being said, thanks again. We'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.